Okay, the first unit of yours is information and communication technology, right? Wait, let me share you the book first so that you'll be okay. So this is your grade 10 ICT book. So the first unit of yours is going to be information and communication technology. This unit is like all thing about, like it's about all about theory. Okay, so this just like reading part. So I'll explain you everything, but the thing here is this is the unit which is going to give you an introduction about what is an information and communication technology. So this will say you what is a data, what is an information, why this information technology is important, and why where we are applying this ICT into. So all these things this unit is going to uh, convey you. Okay, so during our times of O levels, like before few years back, this unit was like important in exam. How means like we had short notes. We were asked to write short notes in part two. We had write short notes on these topics. Choose two topics or something and write short notes. I don't think your paper now the O level papers. I don't think they are having short notes. Okay, so it's easy, it's better. I always felt like why do we need to write short notes about it, but now I don't think we are having it. Muhammad, have you ever set for an exam in school, ICT exam?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, so like your paper, did you have any short notes question?
Like paragraph questions, you mean?
Yes, paragraph questions means like a short note about this like uses of ICT in health sector or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You had it.
yeah.
Okay, the same problem. We had it on our times too. Like, but I don't think your paper, I went through your last O level paper. I don't think that you're having a big short note question, but we had a big short note question. So it was really boring, writing a lot. We have come to take ICT because to avoid these notes to get into practical, but asking to write short notes are really boring. But still, you're not for that. You don't want to like uh, memorize all these things. Just get everything into your mind so that you can write it on your own, even if they ask to write short notes. So we'll get started with the unit, but I'm going to give you like everything given in this book. I've summarized it. So that is the summary. You have to whatever it is, you just have to learn the summary of ICT. So that is enough for your final exam. This class is going to be focused on the mainly about the your final exams. Okay, so even if it is grade 10 syllabus or grade 11 syllabus, what you have to do is just summarize it. Even if it is practical, just do it practically. Even if it is a theory part, just summarize it, learn it within a question format, like what is a data, what is an information, like that. So that is what we are going to do now. I'm going to explain you everything from the beginning. If you have any doubts, or if you're getting bored, or if anything, you just say me. You can, if you're feeling uneasy to unmute, you can just direct message me. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay, so the first unit of yours is information and communication technology. This is, as I said, this is going to give you an introduction about what this ICT is all about. And I'm Imzal Lutfa Zahri. I've already said you all those things and I've given my introduction, so that's fine. So we'll get started. Are you ready?
Yes, miss.
Have you got a writing book or something right next to you? Have you?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. So what you have to do is the things I'm saying, you have to like, if I ask you to note it down, you just note it down. Not everything. Okay. This is going to be the summary I'm going to give. Like, so if you study that to your exams, then that's going to be, that's more than enough. Okay.
Okay, miss.
Okay. So we'll get started. So first thing, your first competency, like first thing your in your first unit is data and information. So what is the data and what is an information? This is the first part. The data means like data are numbers or words or images or symbols which does not bear a meaning. It means if you are like, for example, if you say like Tushari's English marks is 50, it's just a data. It means it's not going to give you any meaning. Okay, with that, with the English marks of Tushari, we can't process anything, right? If you can't process anything with a date, like with a thing given, with a word or number or image given, it's going to be called as data because it does not bear any meaning. Like just 50, if they have given you just 50, 87, with that it can be anything. Okay, so but you won't be able to identify what it is it is it just if they have given 87, you won't be able to identify whether what is it about. Is it a marks or is it an age or anything? So that thing, so just that thing which is standing alone, which is not going to give you any meaning, is going to be data. But an information means, information is something that is systematically processed one. Processing the data, that gives you an information. If you process a data, that is going to give you an information. For example, average marks is going to be an information because you have processed that with the like average marks. You know how to find an average marks. If there is altogether 4 subject or 9 subjects or anything, you have to add all the marks together and divide it by the number of subjects, right? So here there are like altogether 4 subjects. The total is 331. You can see the chart. So you have to divide it by 4, and there you get the average 82.75. So this is going to be an information. A processed data is going to be an information which gives a meaning to the recipient, who is like, if a receiver or a user gets an information from it, like if he gets a something meaning from it, that is going to be an information. So in here, you can see if you just give a name, Irfan, that is a data. His marks are just going to be data because that's not process. It's like ICT, like it's 87, 90 and all those things. But if you add other marks also, it's all their marks, because that all their marks are going to be data. But when you add totals and when you find average and when you find rank, that these three are going to be information because this is going to give you a meaning. Total, because you have added everything. So the total of others, like this is going to be the first one taking the higher rank, and then this is going to be the second one. So you can come to a conclusion with that. So which number or word or image which does not give any meaning is going to be data, and which gives a process data which gives a meaning is going to be an information. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, so in your writing book, first put the topic. And first let me ask you, you do want notes, right? Because uh, studying everything on a hard, soft copy online is not good, right?
Yeah.
I do want to know your opinion, because that's because I hate studying with soft copies. So what about you? We'll write it, right? Then only it'll be useful. Okay, Shabiha?
Okay, yes, we can.
Yeah, we'll write it because this is all going to be a summary. So you may look scared like this. I think your book is altogether 300 pages. It might be like scaring you, like what a big book and all those things. No, content in it is very less. If you know the summary, then you are into it. Like you're going to take a pass. So don't worry about it, because I never used to study our book. Our book was like bigger than yours. Okay, so I don't used to take that because I'm like, I'm so bored to keep reading all those things. I used to have everything on my exercise book, so I used to study that for my exams. And yeah, I got an A pass because I loved IT. So I love the subject and take a summary of it, and you'll definitely take an A, inshallah, with Allah's grace. Okay. Now put the topic as information and communication technology, and then subtopic data and information. When you're done, you can like say yes, ma'am. You can just interact with me. It's going to be an interactive session. We shouldn't make it a boring one. Okay, you can even talk your like school experience and all those things.
Okay.
Okay, So this is good. This has to be more like an interactive session because I know online sometimes feels so boring. So if you're feeling like, ma'am, this is like boring, just tell me, okay? Just put me a message or just unmute and say me so that we can talk some other things and come back to the subject. Mohammed,
Yeah.
as you have like as you couldn't come to the seminar, I'll send you the seminar video. Did you see that ICT seminar video circulating around? No.
No.
Okay, so I'll send you the video. So you just go through it. It's all about the complete third unit of grade 10. Okay.
Okay.
It's summarized one, so it will be very useful to you. Shabiha, tell about the seminar. How was it?
Good miss.
Good. Just good or very good?
It
Yeah.
was good miss, but major problem is those miss was teaching you the octal and hexa everything. If teach on the board, it would be easier to understand. Only that was the
Okay. So you wanted the to explain via board, whiteboard, or
yeah, Mr. Whiteboard.
okay, okay. So as like you are just starting grade 10, right? So maybe okay. So that's okay, darling. Okay. Now, are you done with the? Are you done writing the topics?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so now what you have to put is like first question, like question format. First one, what is the data? This is what is the data, and write data are numbers, words, images, and symbols which does not bear a meaning when standing alone. So you have to remember that in your paper, this question or this question will come. What is the data and information? They'll combine it and ask at times, or else differentiate data and information. Okay, so this is a main part of it. So write this, what is the data, put number one and write what is the data in a question format. So when you read it, when you study it, it's more like studying like in a question format is more useful than studying like normal theory. Like data is just putting data, numbers, words, and all those things. So when you study it like question wise, I used to take questions for every theory part, so that would be very useful. Okay, so write it, what is the data, and second question like question format, what is an information, and write this, and don't forget to put the examples also. Okay.
Okay, miss.
Okay, so write it.
Yes, miss.
Are you done writing?
No, miss. Right.
Okay, okay, write it. It's okay. Take your time and write.
Miss, should we write the example also?
Yeah,
For data?
examples also. Both these examples. Mohammed?
Yeah, miss.
Like, have you, like, till which unit you have finished in your school? Can you hear me?
Yeah, wait. Let me check. No, it's the lesson with the primary key and foreign key and those.
Oh, the database access, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so like, how was the practicals, the other units, Word or PowerPoint? Did you understand them completely?
Yeah, most of them we did online. As we couldn't go out. So
Most of them
we did virtually online.
online. You did, yeah, because due to this pandemic, everything is online, right? So,
Yeah,
were you able to understand everything?
I have some problems in database.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, fine. Don't worry, we'll go in the flow, like like unit by unit, we'll go and we'll discuss everything clearly. No, no worries. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So, are you both done writing, marking it?
I'm done, miss.
Shabiha?
Miss done. Should we draw the grid?
No, 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 no. No need to draw the grid. You just have to write what is the data and what is an information with the example. Okay.
Okay, miss, then I'm done.
Okay. So that's fine. So for exam, so you have to just go through the writing book. Okay. So okay, now we are going to see more examples of it. This is this picture and all those things I got from your textbook itself. You might have seen it. So yeah, this picture clearly shows what is the data and what is an information, because looking at this picture alone, like each picture alone, you cannot come to a conclusion. A boy is there, like a man is there, okay, a girl is there and a lady is there, okay, you don't get to understand anything. But when all this combined together and when you see this picture, you can definitely come to a conclusion like this is going to be a family, or like someone who's related to each other. It must be a family because there is a father, a mother, and a and two children. So this is called a data and this is called an information. This will clearly give you an idea about what is a data and what is an information. Okay, so that's it. So this is an example for it. And okay, an NIC number. You got, oh no, Shabiha, not Muhammad's also grade 10, no? So when you get your NIC number, your new NIC number is like will start with your year, completely with your year. If you're like 2003 or something, it will start from that, or 2004, it will start like that. But old NIC numbers were just starting with the last two numbers of their birth year. So from a NIC number, we can derive that these persons we can get their year of birth. First two numbers will, excuse me. So yeah, the first two numbers will give you the year of birth. While the second number, if this is two, the 0 to 4, if the number is like from 0 to 4, in between 0 to 4, it'll show that it's a male. So tell me whether this is a male or a female. If it is 5 to 9, that is going to be a female. Tell me this NIC number belongs to a
Male
male or a female. Muhammad?
belongs to male.
Yes, very good. Belongs to a male because that is it. The number is 2, right? So if it was like something like a 7 or anything, we can say that it belongs to a female. So in an NIC number, you can identify that. So that is it. It may look like a data, just a data without this V. Just take it V. Like normally we Sri Lankans know that it is going to be a like might be a NIC number looking at this V. I think that's Rishda, a new one to the class. I mean, like Rishta, can you hear me? Okay. So we have just started the unit, like the first unit of grade 10. So we are going like I've given the introduction, like how what is the data and what is an information. So Rishta, tell me about yourself. Like where are you from and which school are you reading in? If you're feeling uneasy to unmute, it's okay. You can just message me. You can also direct message me. Okay. Marvin in the site, right? Okay, fine, Rishta. So okay, so we'll continue it. This is the first unit. So starting point. We are in data and information. Okay, so I'll start from where we left. So you can I'll give you the recorded video so you can see the beginning part. So okay, so when this is given to us, we Sri Lankans will think, yeah, there is a V, so this might be an NIC number. Okay, NIC number is also just a data, but it hides some information like in it, right? You can see the year of birth and whether that is a male or female. You can get it like it hides the year of birth and the sorry, year of birth and the gender in it. So these are the informations and data. So see here some examples for data and information. So if you wanted to see like this side is data and this side is information, each individual homework and test grade of a student in one class. If you wanted to see each student's marks and all those things I showed in the table, right? All those things are going to be data, just data. It's not processed in any mean. It doesn't, it's just going to be a data. But the average marks we have calculated, we have done a calculation there, we have processed something, so that is going to be an information. And next one, if you look at this number, this is just a number. Okay, if it is given like this is just going to be a number. But here if you say it like in this format and say that it's going to be a phone number, that's like that's an information. Okay, phone number, so that's an information. So this 100, 212 and all these things are just numbers. We cannot come to a conclusion with that. But if you say that freezing and boiling points of waters are like this in Fahrenheit, this is going to be in like these things are going to be in the Fahrenheit and Celsius. So if you give it like if it is 100 degrees Celsius, okay, all those things, so like that will be, you have found it, you have processed it, right? Like knowing the boiling point of water, so all those things will come as an information. Is that clear?
Yes, miss.
So that is it. So data and information means this is it. Data means this does not give you any it does not give you any meaning. It just stands alone. It does not bear any meaning, but information is a processed data. That's it. So next topic is information system. Just put it, information system. Okay. So if a system means it's like going to be a component of components. Okay. For like to fulfill a task, you will have components of a combination of components that work together to fulfill a task. That is going to be a system. So a computer is called a system because it's going to be like it's going to act like a combination of components that work together to perform a task, to fulfill a task. So in that, the purpose of the system is to receive data, process and store them. Like if you're like if a computer, just look at a computer, if you put something, if you input something, input a data, inputting a data means submitting data for processing. So if you submit a data for that, and that it will get processed, and then the processed results will be the output. So the purpose of a system is to receive data and process and store it and retrieve it, like give it when it's required. So computer does all this. So so computer is called an information system. So the purpose of an information system is to receive data, process and store them and provide the results when required. Okay. So now write it. Write it as like what how I say. Okay. The purpose of an information system. The purpose of an information system is to receive data, process and store them and provide the results when required. The purpose of an information system is to receive data, process, store them and provide the results when required. Okay.
Okay, miss.
Am I being fast?
No.
No.
Okay, so if you are done, okay, so that is the thing that information that is information system. Okay, I know sometimes the theory might be boring, like sleepy, but this is theory. We have to, as we have from the beginning, I'm giving you the main points in your writing book. Finally, if you read this, this is going to be the summary of the entire unit with 40 pages. Okay, so what is the data input? What is the data input? What is input? You put it like what is input? Next is like in a question format, what is input? And it will be submitting data for processing. And next one is what is output? That is processed result. What is input? Submitting data for processing. What is output? Processed result. Okay.
Okay, miss.
Okay. So input means submitting data for processing. Data is as you know it doesn't it does is not going to be in a process form. So if you put it into computer, it's going to be the input and it will process it and give you an output, right? So that is going to the process result is going to be the output. Okay, so a system which receives data, process it and store it and give it back to you like when you are needed, provide the result when you need it is called an information system. So computer does all these things, right? So we call computer as an information system. So like other information system like examples for information systems are ATM, right? We go it's automatic teller machine. If you just wanted to take money from a an ATM, you go there and your ATM will be here. You will insert your card. That is input, putting the data and inputting like other things, inserting the card and inputting your like pin code and you how much you need and all those things. And finally you get the money. That is output. And the processing will be done by the automatic teller machine. Okay, so that is one example. And the next one is fingerprint reader to record the attendance of an organizations in some companies and also even now in some schools like the teachers attendance will be recorded with a fingerprint reader. They will record it with it. So the fingerprint that you are keeping is going to be the data input data, and then they'll process it and then finally show you the output like the time that you like the time you uh, went to the school, or maybe went to the organization, like your company, the attendance. Okay, it is to record the attendance. Okay, so next one is QR code. QR code, have you seen the QR code in any books of yours, like not really book, the any items you purchased, like maybe the facial creams or other things, have you seen a QR code?
Yes, miss.
QR code means like, let me show you a QR code then. I'm getting a QR code for you. Okay. This is actually a QR code. So you might have seen this kind of code in your, like in something like newspapers or magazines or anything, on the last page, or in any cream or any product box or label, you can see this QR code. This QR code is also like, if you scan this, even in your WhatsApp also you'll have the QR code, right? But WhatsApp web, for if you wanted to use that on the laptop or PC, you will have a QR code. You have to scan it. So if you scan this, what happens is it will direct you to the website of this. If there is a product like cream or something, if there is a QR code, if you scan it with your phone, it will direct you to the website of that product. So see, this QR code is going to be the input, and then it will process, and then finally the result will be the website. Okay, so these are the examples for the information system. So put it like example for information system and write it.
Okay.
Okay. Do you like wish to have unit exams when we are finishing the units?
Yes.
You want it, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what we score it, but we have to do the practice exam, then we'll get like used to it, used to the exam. So we'll get to know the how, like these are the things, like it'll be like, you don't want to memorize the subject, you just have to learn it. So these things, this first unit is not about memorizing. You just have to think, oh yeah, in application, it's all application. ATM, yeah, we are seeing in the, if they ask something like, give an example for information system, you have to think. So you have to input something, process and data. Yeah, ATM. My dad goes to ATM to get money. Yeah, I go to ATM. Yeah, so that's it. And fingerprint reader, QR code. These are real time, real life applications. So you shouldn't memorize anything. Okay. So I'm giving you this summary, like in a summary format, so that when you, before going to exam, you have to go through that, what all the things are in your book. Like, okay, yeah, information system is there. Okay, these are the things and all those things. Okay. So you can write it. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Okay, if you're done, we'll move to the next slide.
Miss,
Yes.
give 1 minute.
Okay, okay, you write it. Right.
Okay, Miss.
Okay. So okay. So Like, information means we use this information to come to a conclusion. Like if you wanted to get any conclusion for a, like, okay, a weather forecasting or something. Okay, if you have get to know that it's going to be like 24 degrees C or something today. Normally it'll be nearly 32 or 31 degrees C. So today it's going to be 24 degrees C. Okay, yeah, it's going to rain. Sometimes it may rain, like that. So we use information to come to a conclusion. Okay, but not all the informations are suitable for the decision making. Okay, not all informations are going to have a good quality. Okay, so if you wanted the good information to come to a conclusion, it should have some characteristics. So they might ask you in exam, like, what are the characteristics of a good, of a quality informations? So these are that one: relevancy, completeness, accuracy, timeliness, cost effectiveness. It means relevancy means it has to be relevant to the subject. If they are asking you, like, if they want some details about grade 11 students, you shouldn't start from grade 1. Okay, grade 1, there is this student, that student, and this student. If they are asking the grade 11 student for a survey or something, you have to give only the grade 11 student. So it should have a relevancy. That is relevancy. And then completeness means it should be complete. If they're asking you complete data about it, you shouldn't give one or two informations. One or two information is not enough. If they're asking you about like complete detail about a class, you have to give that. So that is completeness. So a quality information should have relevancy, completeness, and then it has to be accurate. Okay, accurate means like, for example, approximately it must be like there is 23 kids in the, like, students in the class. You cannot say that. If they are quality information should be accurate, there are 23 students, like that. And timeliness means, for example, it should the time should be correct. It means the if like they are asking, like, give me the weather forecast of today, the what is the temperature today. If they're asking for today's temperature, you have to give today's temperature. Like if you give yesterday's temperature to decide today, it changes, right? Weather changes. Yesterday might have been raining and today can be sunny. So timeliness is very important for a quality information. And then finally, cost effectiveness. If you wanted to collect an information, it has to be cost effectiveness. Like to collect an information, if you wanted to spend thousands and thousands rupees, like you have to spend a lot of money to get a particular information for your business, that will get your business into, that will lead your business to for the loss. Okay, so it has to be like cost effective. That is, these are the characteristics of a quality information. Okay, so now uh, put it like in a question format. What are the characteristics of a quality information? Did you understand this? How, like,
Yes,
a quality information should be like this. So now put, what are the characteristics of a quality information? And first one is relevancy. Second one, completeness. Relevancy, you can see the spelling and you can see the screen and write. Second one is completeness. Third one, accuracy. Accuracy. Fourth one, timeliness. Fifth one, cost effectiveness. you should have all these quality like characteristics for a like if you are having the all these things in a information in an information, then that's going to be a quality information. With that you can decide it. If it's not relevant, if it's not complete, if it's not accurate, if it has no proper timing, like time period, if it does not have like have cost effectiveness, this is not going to be a quality information. Okay.
Okay, Miss.
Don't you people miss your school?
Yeah, Miss. We miss the school.
Yes, miss.
Yeah, right. But I'm happy that I was able to finish my school before this pandemic, because the period like the grade you are in is the like the main grade where you get so much of fun from school. So if we remember our school, I remember on like my grade 10 and 11 periods mainly, because that is like some like grown up period, right? Not so little, and also the we have so much of fun. So I'm happy that I was able to finish it before this pandemic. Seriously, you people are like really unfortunate. So when you, I hope that you will be finishing your O levels before this pandemic comes to an end.
Yeah.
This pandemic has made so much of change in our life, right?
Yeah, Miss.
So are you both a cricket fan? Do you watch cricket? Mainly boys might watch cricket, and no, sometimes they might be a football fan. So Muhammad, which one you like, cricket or football? There seems to be no reply. Reply, Shabiha,
Yes, Miss.
can you hear me?
Yeah, Miss.
Okay, so do you like cricket?
No, Miss.
No. Why?
I don't know, Miss.
It's not
I
a
don't
girl
like.
thing. Maybe it's not a girl thing. Or do you like BTS?
No, Miss.
No. Wow, that's really nice. I'm seeing you unique. Okay, because I've seen so many BTS fans now. Okay, Muhammad, do you like cricket or football?
I like cricket, miss.
Football. I was a crazy cricket fan during my O levels. I just went through my O level writing book yesterday, like just to check my like my ICT book, ICT exercise book. So I was laughing at it on my last page. I have scribbled a lot. Normally we used to scribble, okay, but it was not like a girl thing. It was completely of cricket, like wicket, bat, and ball, and all those things. I was like laughing at it. I really was like normally girls exercise book will be of like they might have scribbled a flower or a dress or something, but I'm like completely different. I was laughing at it. Okay, fine. So anyways, you have done writing, right? You have done with the writing.
Yeah.
Very
Yes,
good.
Miss.
Okay, so now we are going to the next part, information and communication technology. This is what the ICT is. So if you wanted to exchange information among different people or different system, that is going to be called a communication of information. Okay, if you wanted to, this is called a communicating the information. If you wanted to exchange information among people, so that is communication of information. So what is information and communication technology means? Converting data into information. Normally information means converting the data into information and then exchanging them using technology. That is it. Don't overthink it when they're asking. If they're asking like what is an ICT in your exam paper, if they ask, just think converting data into an information, just converting the data into an information, and then exchanging them using the technology is called information and communication technology. Now put it like what is in a question format, what is information and communication technology, and write it like converting data into information and then exchanging them using technology is called information and communication technology. That is ICT. That is your entire the title of your book. What is an information and communication technology? Write it like a question mark. Converting data, converting data into information and then exchanging them using technology is called information and communication technology. So you know what is an ICT means? You have to convert the data into information and then communicating this data, this information using the technology is called information and communication technology. This first one is it is all about this, and the next one we are going to learn is how ICT is used in the field of like in our real lives, like how it is used in education, how it is used in medical field, health sector, agriculture, all these things. You just have to know it, like what are the things used, like what are the things of like ICT things in like in the medical field, what are the ICT things in education. So you just have to know that. That is all about the first unit. You just have the summary, and then that's if you just go through it, that's enough. Okay, are you done writing?
Yes, Miss Dan writing.
Done, Miss Writing.
Writing.
Yeah, Miss, done writing.
Okay, so that's it. Okay, so applications of IT. Next thing we are going to see is applications of IT, like where we are applying the ICT. So in, as I said, in e-government, for government also, it means government also we are using ICT applications. We are applying ICT there. In industries, we are applying ICT. In businesses, we are applying ICT. In entertainment, in transport, in agriculture, in health, in education, in all these things, we are like applying ICT. Mainly, you know, now as due to this pandemic, we are using application like ICT in everything, like all these things. Even in business, we are doing online business, we are doing we are running the school through on ICT, everything for like entertainment for us, everything is like happening through ICT. Okay, so that these are the applications. So now we'll see first one, like this is going to be the first one, e-government. Government, this is the first thing, we'll see one by one. Okay, in that first e-government. So e-government means when a government communicates with its citizens, companies and governments, or like non-government organizations, and with other countries governments using ICT, it is called e-government. Like if there is like if your government is communicating with you, like citizens of it and then companies there, and government and non-government organization, and with other government, other countries governments using ICT, information and communication technology, that is called e-government. Okay. So like for example, if you wanted to get to know any informations about government, there are numerous websites for such official web portals. Okay. Official things like official government web pages, you have so many government websites, like government information center, ICTA, like information and communication technology agency. For e-government activities, you have, the thing you need to know is like you have numerous websites for government, e-government. If you like government websites, you have numerous. Okay. The difficulties in communicating with the government and obtaining government information have been overcome by this. If you do, sometimes if you wanted to get any informations about government, you need to go to the office in all earlier days. But now if you wanted to get anything or any applications or anything, you can get it from the government pages, like websites. So this is one of the website, http www.gov.lk. This is going to be one of the website. From this you can get many informations about like any do you want to go and see that website? Shall we go and see that website?
Okay, miss.
Okay, so we'll just go get to you won't be able to see my screen, right? The only the slides you're seeing.
Yeah, miss.
Right. Government.lk page is so busy that you can't reach this page right now. So okay. So when you get time, you just go through that page so that you can get many informations. You can explore. You can see like get many informations of government from that. Okay. So it's loading. It's like it's we cannot get into that page. So that is e-government. Okay. So what is an e-government? Question is in a question format, right? Like what is an e-government? You can see my screen, right?
Yes, miss.
Okay. So that's it. What is an e-government? When a government, you can write it, when a government communicates with its citizens, companies, government and non-government organizations, and with other governments of different countries using ICT, it is called e-government. What is an e-government? When a government communicates, just write this part. Only this part.
No, miss.
Don't worry, when it comes to practical, it will be more better, more exciting because we'll discuss with the applications, like the if it is access, I'll show the access and we'll discuss with that. But theories, normally theories this, like we have to study in this way. Okay, so maybe times at times it may be boring, I know, because I have been at your age, and mainly studying through online is, I know. So when you go to O levels, like this is in here in like a grade 10 subject, O level book is smaller than this one, but it has more contents. Like more contents means all these have Access, PowerPoint, Excel, and all those things. But when you go to O level book has programming, HTML, and all those things. So simple concept. They are not giving you so much into it, but some people I've seen, I've taught ICT to people. So they have said, like they have always asked me about HTML and other things like programming. So this is so hard. Why is this so hard? I said no, that is not hard, because the way you've been taught is hard. It's just simple things. So when it comes to your O levels, don't like these units are simple. Okay, I don't know whether where you'll study, or I don't know whether you'll be like learning with me. But if you learn with me, I'll help you. But if you like if even you're not here with me, you can just don't take like overtake it. Just don't think that it's hard. HTML, everything is simple. Okay, so like first of all, think the subject, any subject, as easy, and I can do it with Allah's grace, so you can do it. Okay, so are you done writing? Put a message if so. Done writing?
No, not yet.
Done.
Okay, so only this much. No need to write this, because with all those things, this is the main thing. What do you need to know? What is an e-government? A government which communicates with citizens, companies, government and non-government organizations, and with other governments using ICT. That is called e-government. Okay, so that's all. So other things are like this is normally a government has no so much of websites, which makes easy for you to communicate with government. In earlier days it was really hard to communicate with government. It means if you wanted to even get a simple information, you have to search for it a lot, like you have to go get to the office or get it. But now it's not like that. Even if it is a everything is online forms now. It's just so easy now. That is what an e-government is. Okay. Okay, so next one is, so you can go through this page, this one, when you are free. See, I couldn't reach to that page. If not, I could have showed you that. I don't know why it's taking too much of time. So another, like even your results, you get it from websites, right? Nowadays, if it is like O level results or A level results, you go to you get it from www.image.lk. You get it from this website. So see, everything has become easy. You don't want to. In old days, there were no when there were no internet and things. They used to send the result sheet to school. But now, before getting the results sheet to school, you can get it from. You can check your results from online. You do that. So all these things. This is another thing of, like in education also, it's a development of government. Yeah, they have made it education sector only, but it's you get all those things from internet. You use ICT in there. Okay, that is it. Okay, we'll move to the next one. Next one is education sector. Like education how these are the ways, like in these are the ways used in education. Like for example, computers are used in the classrooms for this. Even if for ICT or anything, if you want to get any information, or if you're study or anything, you are using computers in the classrooms. And also the ability to learn at any place, anytime. Yeah, I'm here and you people are, yeah, you both are from Colombo. Yes, I'm also in Colombo. That's different, but the place we live are different, right? But we are communicating through internet, we are studying, we are learning through internet. So that is another one. Serves as a teaching aid for the teachers. It means, yeah, teachers, like now, teachers can search many things from internet. So we can, if they don't know anything, they can learn it from internet and they can say to their students. So that is, it's acts as it serves as a teaching aid for the teachers. And also possibility of higher education for everyone. Some people wish to pursue their higher education in other countries, or like some top leading universities, some other universities. Sometimes the course we want is not may not be here, may not be available in Sri Lanka. For example, we have like, yes, we have molecular biology in Sri Lanka. Yes, we have that course, but when it comes to job opportunities, we don't have a job opportunity here. Something like that. Maybe sometimes they don't even have a course here to study. Okay, the proper course which they want to learn. If you wanted to do some higher education in physics field, it's not possible in Sri Lanka. Okay, so all these things, if your dream is different, so it's possible for you to continue higher education through internet from different universities. Online studies are available, so that is another use. And learning management system, that is, it is called LMS. We'll learn about all these things in details. Before that, like, um, okay, now put it like ICT in education, question mark. Everything has to be simple, okay? But when it comes to exam, you have to be able to write. So ICT in education, question mark, and write it. Computers used in the classroom, the ability to learn at any place, anytime, serves as a teaching aid for the teachers, possibility of higher education for everyone, learning management system. Note it down. If it is boring, also you can tell me like, ma'am, it's boring. We'll take some rest or something like that. When it comes to practical, you won't be feeling bored. But this sometimes when it is theory, you make it like, okay, looking at the screen for so long, no, those things. If you feel like that, you can tell me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Miss. Done.
Done? Okay.
Yes, Miss.
So these are the uses of ICT in education. So let us see that in details. Okay. So in the classroom, first one is in the classroom. So if it is in the classroom, like for presentations, it's kind of like I'm doing a presentation and showing it to you, displaying it to you. But when it is in the class, when we had that old days, old beautiful days, like when we didn't have this pandemic and all those things, some teachers would do presentation and show you on the class. So that would be interesting, right? So that would, is my voice a bit low? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, Miss. Now can hear.
Okay, okay. So those old days, if they did presentation and all those things, that would be like that would boost ourselves, like look, giving a different attempt, right? For like for students, teachers are doing giving a different attempt, like doing presentation and showing them. And sometimes in when we go to see like projects, like they show it means like, how to say, our teachers are in science or something, or any subjects, they would in project they will display the some videos or anything that gives us a real like exciting class, right? Exciting day. So those things for presentation they use in the classroom. Videos on experiments to explain the experiments. I don't know whether every teachers are using that, but there'll be at least a single teacher in the class using that. Okay, so videos and experiments. And then creation of images and videos in the classrooms. If we wanted to do, if we wanted to do also, if we wanted to do anything also, we'll do it. And teachers, if they wanted to show them also, show you something also, they used to they use ICT in the classroom. And then desktop publishing of magazines, letters and documents. Have you been into a magazine? Like in your school times you will be doing magazines, right? We did the magazine called Zenith or something, yeah. So something like that, every school publishes magazines, right? Every section by section or something, or grades or classes, we publish magazines. So for that, what we do, we print, we type, and then we give it to printing and all those things. So the everything is in the classroom, we use it. So we had this IT club in our school. So we used to do videos for our teachers day and all those things, like for to be publish it. So all those things we did in our school. So for that we were allowed to bring laptops and all phones or anything to school when it comes to teachers day or any special occasions. So this is kind of like ICT in the classroom, use in the classroom. And then educational games. Yeah, there are some educational games available. And even in your phones you may play PUBG and all those things, but they are not useful at all. But there are educational games like some like Scrabbles or other things, even the quiz and all those things. So all those things will so you can in your classroom, but we don't, not every school does this, but it's possible. That is what they are saying, educational game we can do it. And then learning using the CD-ROM media, like if a teacher brings you like a something, like she has recorded a video of her or something, she wanted to show it, she brings a CD and then she shows you with she inserts the CD in it and in a computer and shows you, present you the her video, all these things. But normally now not any laptops, new model laptops are not having uh, a place to insert CD. Okay, because now it has become USB. It's all pen drive. Okay, so when time like even after some years, like even after some more years, you're not going to see any, you're not going to see any CDs, because it happened with floppy disk. At earlier periods, we had floppy disk. Have you seen a floppy disk? I don't know. You 2K kids, have you seen a floppy disk?
No, miss.
No. Yes. See,
No, Miss.
because you don't even have an idea of floppy disk. Let me draw and show. Maybe I won't be able to draw that nicely. Wait. A floppy disk will be like this, something in a square shape, and you will have something like this, and the floppy disk will look like this. Um, oh, so bad drawing. Wait. Do you want to see a floppy disk?
Okay.
Okay, miss.
Okay, wait. This was we, this was not in use during our times also, but we at least knew this. There existed floppy disk one time once, but you people don't even know that. This is how the CD will also be one day removed from our memory. Like our memory means not ours. The new generation people will not be able to know what is this. Is a floppy disk. Have you seen it? This is the floppy disk. You haven't seen it, right? Something like this.
No, miss.
No. Yeah. So this was used few years, mean not very few, like before, like many years. Many years means like maybe I have seen this when I was doing grade 2 and 3. So during that time, this was on use. Old PCs had a like now we have a place to insert CDs. We had a place to insert floppy disks also, but now it's not same like that. Now new laptops, they don't have a place to insert CDs. Okay, so and the next generation of ours will not be knowing what a CD is. You'll once when you ask your like maybe your auntie's daughter or someone like, do you know what is a CD? They'll be like, what CD? It's going to be like that. Okay, they will be getting only using HD cards or pen drives. So these are the things. So if you wanted to gather any educational information on the internet also, if you'll use the ICT in the classroom. So they won't be like if they're asking you on short notes something regarding this, they explain the write a short note about the use of education, use of ICT in education. Okay, so you have to be able to just like write it on your own. Will you be able to write it on your own? Will you be like the first thing you should know that as I've said you these are the main things. So computers used in the classroom, you can just give it write it on your own words. Normally when it comes to short notes, I just write it on my own words. I don't memorize anything, or I just remember like I don't memorize things. So like you have to write if it is an education computer, if they ask in the exam hall, computer is used in the classroom. Yeah, it is used to like for the students or teachers to do the presentations and present it to the classroom. And there are educational games we can that is we can for that we can use ICT by like we can use computers in the classroom and play the education games. So and next thing is like the ability to learn at any place like that. You have to give it in on your own place. You have to note it in these are the short things. But when you are going to the exam, you have to write it on your own words. They'll definitely give you marks for your idea about it, because you will know it. Right, nowadays you can see ICTs everywhere, so you don't want to memorize anything. You just have to write it on your own words. Will you be able to write it on your own words when it comes to exam? Will you be, or do
Miss, if you have a idea only, can write in our words.
yeah, your idea, your words. Don't memorize anything and go just don't memorize and go submit it there. It has to be your own words. Yeah, we use computers in the classrooms, and also ICT helps us to learn at any place and any time. And also it serves like you have to write it on your words. Think it's not. It shouldn't be in the order. It can be your order. You can write whatever comes to your mind. Okay, but these are the key points you have to know. So you wrote this right in your writing book.
Yes, miss.
So these are the key points, and then you have to when you're they asking in the exam, you have to be able to write it. So do you want to write these things also, or else will you be able to like write it in on your own words, or do you want to write it? If you do want to write it, you can note it down. Do you want to note
Okay.
it down?
I'll note it down, Miss.
Okay, so the thing is, if you wanted to note it down, shall I send you the pictures of this after the classroom so that you can note it down in your writing book? Because first I'll finish the explanation.
Okay, Miss.
Okay, Muhammad? That'll be better, no? Because we have to finish these theory parts and then we have to go to the main part, practicals. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so let me explain you first, and then if you wanted to note it down in your own words, looking at this for presentation. Simply note it, and when it comes to exam, you have to like exaggerate it. It means like you have to write it on your own words. Okay, so in the classroom, it's used, and education anywhere, anytime means yeah, you can self study with the computer with internet connection. If you are given an internet connection and with a computer with an internet connection, you can self study, you can browse anything. You can, like, if you wanted to know about any histories or anything regarding education, you can do it. So that is what called education anywhere, anytime. the that if you are going through a website, an education website, sometimes that a website may belong to a different country, but you are learning it from Sri Lanka. So that is it. And also you can contact the teacher and study via internet. This is called web-based training. We are doing that right now. It's called web-based training. So you are contacting me and we are studying through internet. It's completely internet, right? So that is another thing. Education anywhere, anytime. And it's also this WBT means web-based training. This is reducing your traveling experience, right? You didn't travel and come to the classroom, right? And also it saves your time getting ready and uh, traveling and all those things. It saves all your time and also the traveling expenses. So these are the websites which are used for the like online education. www.school.netlk, Nenesala, eTaxalava, all these websites are like used for the education purpose. Sri Lankan web pages, these are. Okay, so for us, like I'm an IT undergraduate, right? So if I usually use a website called W3 schools. If you wanted to pursue education in when you are if you are doing IT for your like if you're doing IT in your future, maybe this will be very useful, this web page. So this teaches everything easily, so I refer to this page. So something like that. So we can study from anywhere, right? This W3 school web page is not a Sri Lankan web page. It's I don't even know which country it originated from, but seriously it is very useful, so I'm using it and I'm getting full use. If I have a doubt, I just go to refer that, something like that. So this is called education anywhere, anytime, and serves as a teaching aid for the teachers. I already said it serves as a teaching aid for the teachers. So if you wanted to make your class interesting, we can use pictures, animations, and also audio visuals to explain the subjects which are difficult to explain. Sometimes for some teachers, explaining a practical will be hard, so they might display a video on the class and they can explain you. So it serves as a teaching aid on that. Okay, and also to make a lesson interesting, making electronic presentation for, but for now electronic presentations are the ones which are boring, right? Not like old days when we were physically in the class, all these things were like exciting, but now it's all completely, we are studying through online. These things are the annoying part. Okay, so teachers used to organize their lessons using the computer. Yeah, I use to organize my things. Even I use a online PDF book and all those things. So it serves as a teaching aid for us to obtain information relevant to the subject. If I have a doubt at the subject, or if I need to get even more information regarding the subject, the teachers will use the computer and the internet to get their doubts cleared or get it done. Okay, so that's it. And next one, the final one in education system is learning management system. Learning management system is LMS. If you go to, mainly I don't think it's used in schools, maybe now I don't know whether some schools might use it. Have you heard of the name LMS?
No, Miss.
No. Okay, because but when you get into your universities, you will definitely hear LMS. LMS means learning management system. This LMS manages and like it is used to manage this higher education system or school systems. There will be your teachers and also your account. They will, the higher educations like universities our university has created LMS account for us, and they have given us the not the password, they a username, our account, and they did put a password, but they they asked us to change the password. Okay, so we have an account. So if we have any exams, we have it through LMS online exams. If we wanted to upload any materials, education materials like our presentations or class notes, they upload it in LMS. So that is what, so it is used to manage the system, like manage the higher education system. So to connect with an LMS, yeah, definitely we need an internet connection. Okay, we have to register ourselves, and the official website to access LMS, or we have to there'll be official page for LMS. We go there and we access it. Okay, it may be a school or higher education system. Okay, mainly our universities in our country, all the universities have LMS. I don't know about the school, because you have not heard about it. It means there is no LMS in school system now. But in other countries, there might be, there there is LMS. Okay, for school systems also. So services that teachers and students get from LMS are all these things. So the students' information will be there in LMS. Teachers' information also will be there in LMS. And then evolution. Then if you have any test and all those things, your marks will be there. Your paper will be there. Question and answers will be there. News about administration, assignments, notes, courses, school or higher education information, everything, the activity of your higher education institution, what are the planning, the next planning calendar will show you what is next and all those things. So everything will be there. Okay, so that is an LMS. Okay, so it's time up, it's already 8:30, so we shouldn't overdo it. It'll bore you. Was it okay for you?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll end it here, and we'll continue it in the next class next Saturday. We'll try to finish the theory soon. Like, yeah, we shouldn't hurry, because we need to understand things, right? So tell me, was it useful or was it boring or anything? I don't know. You have to tell me, like, miss, do it like this, or I don't like it or something. Open up your comments. Over to you.